utilize it. And I'll give you a little rundown. Then I'm gonna open the floor. Like I said, born and raised on Jackson and Spring, and I was a terror, and doing me, even though I had a good, bringing up, but sometimes, we astray from all that, because like my mindset was like everything that they had, that's their shit. Even though it was my family, it was at my disposal, but I was too ignorant to really look at it. And like I said, I grew up stealing cars, doing B&Es. You couldn't tell me, I forgot the name of the movie, but with a guy like, he was a professional thief, I thought I was. Like breaking in everything, and stealing out the trains. I know some of y'all know about the trains right there on Getty Avenue, getting all kinds of shit. I mean, I used to be coming down there, I was a little guy. That shit used to be heavy as hell. I'm like, damn, maybe it's a better way, but at that particular time, that was conducive for me, or rather in my mind, I thought it was conducive. I started smoking weed, and then, using the spray, with the toilet paper wrapper, and then it just kept going on, everything was elevating from that. Back and forth to Wayne Shelter. And then, the sad part now that I look at it, my mother was second command of Board of Health, Lois Perry. And this was one of her days that she volunteered up there. And when they brought me in, she was the nurse there. And that made me, like, I felt kind of bad, because I know she was embarrassed. But I still didn't care, but the only good thing, to try to make a little laughter out of it, that by her being a volunteer, after she worked at the Board of Health, that whoever been locked up, how the food is. Shit, I was getting steak and cheese sandwiches and all that because my mother was working there, and I was looking at it on the wrong aspect. But it was all good. Things started escalating as time went on. I was working at St. Joe's Hospital. I was security guard there. I was a sergeant. I don't know how the hell they gave me a job, but they gave me a job. I used to ride around with the little white car, security car. Everything was good. I was working for Wackenhut Security. Like, I still had my schooling, Wayne Tech, different things. Like, I went to Catholic school. But I'm saying it still didn't deter me from what I wanted to do. Now that I look at it, as I got older, I was basically being a follower. I just wanted to, to hang out with the right crowd, but not knowing that, that was destructive to me. Excuse me. All right. So it started going on. I took my civil service test. Now, I passed it. I was getting ready to start working in the county. I messed that up. Still getting in trouble. All right, Wackenhut sent me to Drake's Cake up in Wayne, New Jersey on 23. Why did they do that? It definitely wasn't about the cake. They put me in the payroll department. My God. And I stayed there for like 6 months. But my mindset, I'm gonna get rich. So the armored car came, not to mention the other guys, but we got them. I think it was $635,000. Then had no chance to spend it because behind Drake's Cake is Wayne Motor Inn Hotel. So we went up in there, just to hide out until everything cleared. But I guess the reality of it, our face, gave us off. So I guess when they was patrolling the area, they came, they kicked the door open, ATF, FBI, all them. All right. They just said the hell with it. They gave me a 10 to 20. I went down to 83, I got sentenced 84, I didn't come home to 97. And like, I basically, grew up in prison, and it was rough. I'm not gonna say it wasn't, because I was scared to death when they sent me to Trenton. I was still young. But as time went on, you become adjusted to your surroundings and your environment. But the first part, I had to do what I had to do to show that, I was tough, but deep down inside, I was scared. But I still let somebody else influence me to do something, in the mess hall. But after that, nobody didn't mess with me. Then I went from, Trenton, the Rawway, Northern State, different places like that. I came home in 9/7. And I've always been a very inquisitive person, but inquisitive to the point where it was negative. I came out here, that's when, that crack and all that shit, because like in the early 80s, I wasn't out here. And I was staying up at Fifth Ave then. I started experiencing, different things like that. And to keep it real, I liked it. I liked it to heroin too, but I didn't really like the consequences of it. And I believe everybody is on it like that. The consequences is hellified. And now, some old TV shit up there by Brookslow, by Brownstone, the bank up there. I was on Belmont Ave. So I just told my boy, I said, man, we're gonna rob a bank. All right. Got it off a couple times, boom. The money was lovely, going to Atlantic City, doing different things, having nice little cars and all that. But I'm saying it was a time thing, because I know eventually, they was gonna catch me. So I went up to Upper Saddle River, robbed one bank while the police was there. We robbed another bank and hit the highway, but they caught us. I know it's Upper Saddle River somewhere on that highway. As always, the guy that I thought was with me, or really down with me, he wasn't as thorough. He got 2 years probation. I got a 12 with 85. That bid right there was rough, because I guess as you get older, like you start really feeling it. I went to school. I got into a drug program called a peer program. I was house coordinator. I ran the program, for I think it was like 322 people in there. I started getting, my Shields license, all different things, like now I'm on like elevating, because my kids, I haven't really seen them, and I wanted to come out here and, do what I had to do. All right, I did that, came home, I was doing all right, weighed up and the whole shit, Then I started playing with myself, going in the areas. Started getting high again. Like this time it was like the bottom of it. I really, really got high. But a lot of people couldn't tell, because I always try to keep my appearance up. But like deep down inside, I was confused, I was messed up. And it was rough. I got on a methadone program. That was tough. And then I seen ways of making money off the meth. Started doing me. And my addiction, it was serious, but it wasn't that serious. I went all the way up to 140 milligrams on the meth, because the higher the milligram, the more money that you could receive. And I did that. Now, mind me, I'm on 85% parole at the time. I'm dodging, drinking mad water, or whatever, I had to do, and parole was working with me a little bit. But unfortunately, about 19 months ago, I caught a parole violation for some bullshit. Somebody called, said I had guns and all that. And being that my jacket is serious with weapons, that they had to send me back. But God, everything that we do, man, God is always watching. He ain't gonna put no more on us than, he know that we can handle. So I beat the parole violation. I was at Taba Hall, They sent me home on a bracelet, you know, and if you can't just like, I'm not trying to, you know, say, listen, this is what you know, what you need to do, because everybody is their own woman and everybody is their own man. You know, you have to make your decision and what's going to be conducive for you or your family, you know, if they still involved, because a lot of us really didn't have no more family after that, you know, because sometimes your family just give up on you because they look at you as being, you know, excuse my language, as a fuck up. But I'm like, I keep continuously saying, you know, God is good. And before I get into any other spill, you know what's crazy? All these years I've been getting locked up doing different things. I went to the county jail last week. I went in the county without handcuffs and came out of the county without handcuffs. That was the first time that I ever went. And even some of them lieutenants or whoever in there, like, damn, you're doing pretty good. You know, I spoke to a couple of young brothers, you know, but they don't really realize what's going on, you know, and it's sad because, you know, mostly all of us have children, you know, and no matter what you look at or how you look at it, it's all about the children these days, you know, and a lot of us be messed up because how we gonna guide and get somebody, you know, things to go with in life and we don't even know where we going, you know, and this, listen, man, like I'm sitting up here, I ain't no angel. I've been going through it. I've been going to halfway houses speaking. I went to the Telly House last night in Newark. You know, I spoke. They gave me a standing ovation. And I was just letting them know, regardless of what's going on out here, it's still beautiful. You know, to be able, you know, to go to the bathroom when you want and different things. And at one time, I was in the same chairs that they was in. You know, and I even told them, like, they said, damn, you look good, you look sharp. I said, you know what? I'm surviving. Because I told them, look, a pair of boots like this I got on, they might be shining, cost $10. I went to Farmer Mill, got some pants, got a shirt and different things like that. But the whole thing is what I'm trying to tell them, that, you know, you had the freedom to do that, right? And regardless of what, a lot of people have expensive clothes on, but they messed up inside. You know, I had grandkids. I'm trying to change their life. You know, like now, my grandkids like, Pop, you know, they ask me different questions, but the questions that they ask me, because like kids these days is very inquisitive, and not only that, they sharp, they advancing, you know, more. So we gotta install in them, you know, things that, you know, like, and I keep it real with them. I don't try to sugarcoat it. I let them know, like, yo, your grandfather was fucked up at one time, you know, but they don't even see that part. They see the part that I am now. I'm always doing something. I'm walking around. I'm trying to help people, because when you help people, you help yourself. And I've been, man, listen, I've been going hard. I went to the reentry up here, right? And they liked what I was doing. Now I'm a volunteer. So she said, this is a good year for you. So just by her saying that, I already know what's coming. And then yesterday, the council meeting, I think it was yesterday, right?
Tuesday.
You know, they pretty soon, and hopefully they're gonna open a reentry program on Broadway at the library. You know, and I talked to the director there, you know, and like I said, I had so many different certificates and different things like that. I had them because, you know, like it's a requirement when you're on parole, you know, to receive certain things in order to get parole. And at that particular time, it wasn't in my mind just to, you know, receive all these certificates and stuff like that, because I was actually bettering myself, but I didn't know that I was bettering myself, because once you know, you go through certain things so many times, it's gonna become a part of you. And now I cherish them, all them certificates and different things like that. And like I said, man, like, yo, you can do whatever you want to do out here. Sometimes, you know, we get discouraged, we get frustrated, you know, we get depressed, or whatever the case may be. And, you know, the first thing we want to do is chase that thing. But as you already know, listen, even people around here, people mostly everywhere, you know, they dying off their own product now. The game is completely off the hook. Because, you know, at one time, you remember a bag will probably cost you like $10. It's only $1 now, so that just lets you know that, you know, anything as far as that be defeating the whole purpose of what you're really trying to do. And like I said, let me reiterate that being in here, sitting in here, you might be in here just because it's cold as hell out there. But it don't matter because I know when you're sitting in here, it's certain things that you're hearing. And like I said, look, I'm not here to try to be no angel, nothing perfect. I'm far from that. It's just that, I'm just taking care of myself a little better now. And I'm trying to do things, man, and there's so much out here. I didn't know it was all that out here now, and you just got to keep striving, man, keep pushing, Eva's is a good spot, and I was in Eva's program years ago, like in the early, before I had caught the shit up there in Wayne. But Ann Mark, that's in charge of the house over there, they took me through there because it used to be this guy, Derek, used to run all this. And they was showing me, so I can, become a worker in there. But, what it was, I was doing a lot of coaching at the time, but now that I know that, if what you say don't coincide, with your walk, then it really don't matter. And I appreciate, Miss Ruby, let me come in here to speak, and even though I'll be seeing certain people every day or whatever, I'm like sitting up here, I'm like nervous as hell. I'm like, damn, I'm born and raised there, and like I'm around my own kind, but I guess the nervousness come from just knowing that, like, if you could just touch one person, because like I'm about elevating now, and you see me on the streets, and if I can help, I'll be there for you. I have, a little connections now, which I never thought I'd do. I surround myself with council people, people, that's doing different things, because like, you just gotta watch, your association, because sometimes you have to disassociate yourself from family members if you really want to do what you gotta do, and that's sad to say, because you always would think that your family members will have your best interests at heart, but some of them is not like that, and sometimes people that you just meet in strange places is the people that, help you, bring you up, because, they're sincere, because they went through, things before, but it's just that, I have to restrain myself. I have a couple more months on parole. I have 5 years parole, and I'm almost finished with it, and I guess, everything happened for a reason. By me going back for them couple months, just let me know that, like, listen, fool, you're gonna be off parole in a minute. We supervising you right now, but pretty soon you're gonna be on your own, See, but the way that I conduct myself now, I'm respectful to everyone, and I look at and I deserve the same respect, and yeah, sometimes I'll be like, motherfucker be like, damn, Kareem, let me get $5, shit like that. Sometimes I'll do it, but then sometimes when you're being nice, motherfuckers burn that out. Like, damn, every time I see you, like, damn, bring me something. But I do that out of the kindness of my heart, because I was there one time, but like, even out here, we all out here, and y'all able, to walk out the door, like I was telling the brothers in the halfway house. But it's still beautiful out here, man, because your condition is only because you don't want to change that condition. This brother named Muhammad years ago told me down Trenton. And then, some people is like eloquent speakers, and they know what to say to make it sound good. They may know what they're talking about, but if you're not really knowledgeable, you ain't gonna know. And he said something, and it, like, out of all these years, it really didn't hit till like recently. He said, the seeds of change are within us. Sometimes it takes a certain situation, a certain crisis to nourish and encourage his growth. That shit sounded sweet then, but I didn't know, But now that, I'm going through like the different changes and things like that, it's coming to fruition, and I feel pretty good, just being able to sit up here instead of, like going out there running. I used to be running hard, but now, when people that ran with me and people that, selling different things like that, say, damn, bro, you look good. You came a long way. That makes me feel good. And then when people say, damn, I didn't know you was home, that just let me know that I'm low key, because like I said, I take the long way. I don't go in the areas, but a lot of times the area is when we come out our front door, but it's just, you gotta surround yourself with people. And I'm saying, man, like Eva's or wherever, you may be going, or where you go to group and different things like that, utilize this shit, because I'm saying it's a lot of stuff in here that's good for us, like they say, the tools and different things like that. I'm not even gonna get into that aspect as far as, talking about, the program setting and all that, because I'm good in that, but it really don't matter if you're not really walking that way, and I'm just trying to do the best I can, and surround myself. My man right here that's, that got me on live. We grew up together, but we like basically got close now, and he just, he ran for commissioner and I was on his team, but these are the people that I need to be around. He won, he's commissioner now of the schools. That's why there's no limits to what we can accomplish out here. Sometimes, we start right from the bottom, but it ain't like that. We can't get it. Anything else people have that's out there, we can get the same shit. You just have to be diligent and just go after what you want to go after. I used to like be jealous, like, damn, this one got this and got that. It don't even matter, because sometimes a lot of people that have so much, man, be more miserable and depressed than us. And like, I'm not gonna hold y'all up, I'm just open the floor, man, you can, say your spill, or you can talk amongst yourself, or, do whatever you have to do. But just know, man, like, no matter what you're into or what you're doing, man, God is good, because we can't do nothing without him. And I wasn't really no religious thing. I really wasn't really into that like that, but I go to church occasionally. I need to go more, but like, I'm trying to start a nonprofit program, for children of addicted parents, because I'm saying the children need to change, man. And, like, start going to these churches, man. They need to open these churches up, to let the people know that, like, when your children get out of school, they have a safe haven. Put them in a basin somewhere, get some tutors and help them. Because other than that, man, these children be out here, they fall victim to, the things that, we fell victim to at one time. And then, like, if a person chasing that paper, they don't care who kids out there. Your kids, your grandkids, or whatever. Only thing they think about is paperwork. They want to get paper, and they feel like if anybody get busted, they might as well be him, because, a child ain't gonna get too much. But like I said, I appreciate you, like zooming in, listening, what I have to say. And I'm hoping down the line that, I touch somebody or somebody see themselves in me. But I'm just letting you know that, there's no limits to what we can accomplish out here, because the true saying, right, where there's no struggle, there's no progress. And a lot of times, we think struggling is like doing nothing. Struggling is just being able to wake up in the morning and going outside to do what you got to do. And accomplishment is when you say, damn, I did my thing today. Like last night when I took the bus over to North, even though I could have got a ride, but I just wanted to do it. And there was two brothers out there on Broad Street. And I walked past, and I asked the brother for a light. He said, bro, I don't smoke. But he said, I get you one. So we just was talking to, the 24 came to take me to the halfway house. And the brother said that morning, both of them, they woke up, went out there, you know, they was selling their little oils or whatever the case may be. And the other brother had told him, like, listen, man, I'm tired of being tired. You know, let's go to search something. So they went up in Irvington somewhere. And do you know both of them guys got hired yesterday? You know, it's just that, you know, you got to be diligent, you know, and they said that, and the first thing he said, God is good all the time, you know, and sometimes, like I said, we get discouraged. And like I was asking this minister a couple of weeks ago, I said, why is it that at least 100% of us, you know, when we going through certain things, the main thing we say, damn, God, why you put me through that? You know, but he said it's just a natural thing that, you know, as you become, you know, as an adult, that you go through that, you know, but the whole thing is that, you know, like, you just ask God to guide you in the right way. As we was walking over here, I said a silent prayer. I said, God, I don't even know what to say tonight, but just give me the words that I need to, you know, to say, because I don't have no control whatsoever. He controls all things, you know, and at one time I would never say nothing like that, you know, because when I was down in prison, like I said, I always try to fit in. I study Islam. I speak Arabic fluently, and I'm trying to learn Spanish now, because, you know, being bilingual, you know, it's more money, you know, and yeah, it opens the doors for you, you know, like, I'm just trying to be the best that I can. I know it takes time, you know, and that truth, it's definitely a true saying, people, places, and things. And like I said, that, you know, even sometimes you got to disassociate yourself from family members, you know, and that's a true fact, because they're the quickest ones to bring you down. See, because you got a, how can I say, emotional attachment with them. So you get distorted. You stop thinking about the things that you know that's going to be conducive for you. You know, this is a family member. They got my back. they got your back, all right. You know, but not all of them. Not all of them. I'm just speaking, you know, like, because we got some beautiful people in our family. And I'm saying that, like, I'm from here. We all in the same room. Shit, you're my family too. Because if I have a problem and I think that you can solve it, I'm gonna speak to you. I'm gonna stop you on the street, and I'm gonna ask you questions and different things like that. I'm gonna see where your head at, what you doing, because you learn from everybody. You know, you just can't distinguish, like, because this motherfucker wearing a suit and different thing like that. He know, man, half of them is stupid as hell. You know, and that's for real. Just like this lady was telling me a few days ago. You know, some people have book knowledge as far as, you know, programs and different things like that, different counselors, and but you know, the main thing where we like, I guess you could say, like, on top of it, and we got the plus, because we dealing with life experience. Life experience teach you everything. Them books and all, like, yeah, you can be sharp as far as that, but man, we go through the struggles every day. You know, just being out here, hoping that you don't get hit by the car. You go right here on Grand Street, and you know, they say push that button, you can walk across. Man, them motherfuckers still driving fast. They don't care, you know? And then a lot of people that we deal with around in this situation and being around here don't even live in Patterson. So what they care? You know, like, all we gotta do is not to, you know, to say anything different. We just gotta wake up. You know, it's out here for us. I'm telling you, you know, like, you just gotta do what you gotta do. And again, you know, I appreciate y'all listening to me. And, you know, I'm gonna open the floor up to y'all. And no matter where it's at, man, the word for the day and the word for every day, where there's no struggle, there's no progress.
Yes, yes.
You know, and I thank y'all too. You know? Yeah, go ahead, bro.